Hello everybody, it is ya boy, Burnt Chicken Nugget, back at it again. My face cam's still small from Tails, but also like, is that even a bad thing? I don't know. Am I gonna change this every time? I don't know. Anyway, did a bit of grinding because we weren't gonna beat the warrior at level 26, where I was gonna grind to 30. But shit was taking forever, and I didn't want to kill Ducano's mom anymore. So, here I am. Bam. Anyway, go get him, Death Trap. We're, like, kind of a lot stronger than we were in the last episode. Which you might be thinking, what is the point of like a full play, you know, if you don't show me? It's like, well, you know, look, I know some things are boring. And even if for some reason you think you want to watch me fight Ducano's mom for hours, you don't. You don't want that. Well, I say hours, but I just have a low tolerance for extreme grinding. It shit only took me like a half hour. I mean, if I also add in doing like all the Ducano quests, which I had, I guess it took me a bit longer, but it wasn't bad. Bad bolt. It's like I'm hitting. Anyway, we have better guns, which doesn't really matter because we're just using the Law and Order, and we probably will continue using the Law and Order. Well, not always, I guess. Hi. Hi. How dare you slap me? How rude. Get out of here. Anyway, so, yeah, Ducano's mom drops the Mongol, so we got a few Mongols, is the best one I got, though. Well, debatably. I got a shock one, but it does, like, a lot less damage, but, you know, if, something has shields, it'll be mediocre at best, but, you know, we're happy about it, for some reason. I got a pretty good stacking shotgun, even though I don't have stacks anymore. Let's see. Oh, Ducano's mom also drops the bison here, which is usually a quest reward for fighting Ducano's mom, but she drops it because of the mod, so that's nice. And I was testing assault rifles because they fixed assault rifle damage scaling in the mod, and I wanted to see if they were good. And you know what? These Jacob's assault rifles, if you're getting headshots pretty frequently, are decent in this mod. They're not amazing, but they're pretty good. We got an upgraded class mod, just gives us +4 Made of Sterner stuff, which is awesome. That's 36% DR, pretty strong. Death Trap's melee damage pretty high as well, but doesn't really wind up mattering that much. I'm gonna use this weapon because it's corrosive, and if it doesn't do anything because it's a rocket assault rifle, and these are notoriously bad in this game. See, I think this is Axton's biggest issue, right? Is I think he was like designed around using like Porg assault rifles. At least his kit is. I mean, this mod apparently he's much better and much more comfortable, but freaking Porg assault rifles are ass. Wait, why didn't I res? What? Death Trap killed an enemy and I didn't res? What? I saw him die. Did Morty, like, kill steal or something? All the way back. Great. So happy about that. Whatever. It is what it is.
Mordecai's in position, and my fists are hungry. Let's go!
Okay, Brick. Let's go. You hungry, hungry hippo. Ignore that I just said that. That was... Oh, also, since we don't really need to level right now, I take cooldown rate. Because Death Trap is a lot of our power. And he's gonna die a lot, because he can't have a shield yet. So. Go get him, bud. Don't get exploded on. Oh, that didn't shock. Ouch. Okay, this is doing okay damage. We are not doing terrible. I don't need that. We need this one though, because even though it's just as inconvenient, I feel like it's not as inconvenient, so I'm gonna pick it up. It's all about that emotional influence, baby. Alright, so how are all y'all doing today? Hopefully pretty good. Why does this sometimes have a health bar? I broke it. I guess I can fight 3 for badass rank. Is Brick like lost? What's going on, bud?
Let's go!
Oh, okay. I guess he's fine now. Hold on, there's an arm here. Ah, okay.
Enemy in range. Engaging autocannons.
Okay, that's 2. Alright, well that one's not on. Third one must be further up ahead. You know, you would have thought it would have taken Brick a bit longer to paint this whole thing red. And like, put the Crimson Raider logo on it and stuff. There's also like a thing of how many loaders they killed. Not too worried about dying here. Just because even if I die, I can just res and Death Trap and just kill something. I think we're strong enough to where it shouldn't be an issue. Is this thing throwing? Yeah, okay. I did it. I saved the day. I'm glad Brick is immortal, because he would have just gotten bodied there. He's also blocking a lot of my shots. I'm not happy with that. Also, the reload speed on this gun is awful. Okay, I managed to reload. Terrible. Then we likely still would have lived, but it would have been annoying and slow. Anyway, if our shields are down, our melee actually does more damage than our guns still, even the corrosive ones, so that's fun. Almost makes me wish that I, like, had a slag grenade or something. Die? I am such a BA. Yo, my thumb is dead. The real reason I'm firing is because it is just Agony. Spam in on the stick to melee.
Boom, baby! The path is clear!
Like, I like playing Borderlands games on the controller, but like...
Damn it! They're swarming me, Brick! Just
Yeesh.
keep going!
Like, playing Tina's, luckily if you hold down melee, you keep meleeing in that game, but like... Still. I got you, Mordecai.
Locking onto drop barge. Commencing lunar bombardment.
Crap! They got a lock on us!
I'm sure this is fine.
Go, Slam! Go!
Oh, they got new. I assume the Hyperion base is behind this immense wall of smoke. Just can't see it.
Number 5 alive! Clear to my eye.
Good clap. That move does some damage. The difference between getting a crit with this weapon and not getting a crit is a lot of... I mean, okay, to be fair, it is a Jacob's sniper rifle, so that's to be expected, but still. Like, look, that's 20,000 damage versus the 2,000 that we do normally. That's way more. It is not close. Also, this game is so much easier with the second player. I wouldn't necessarily say that with 4 people it's a ton easier. I mean, unless they all know what they're doing. But with 2 people, especially if one of them's, you know, a siren with phase res, shit goes a long way. Out of my face.
Kick him in the piston!
Gun that trap. No, not him. Fight more useful enemies, like this dumbass. Die. You know, I always wanted to do like an intersped outburst sniper build on Gaige, but I just never felt like there was a good build to do it. You know? Like, Gaige has some skills that like would be fun with a sniper build, like that dumb death trap orb that does nothing and clips through the wall, and half the time when you shoot it, it doesn't go off. And you know, intersped outburst. I suppose if you use like an electric sniper rifle, you could kind of make it work, maybe. But, you know, then this whole thing is not happening with that build. So I don't know. Maybe with like a B shield. And like B Lyuda or something would work. I don't know. I don't know. I'd be willing to do it, don't get me wrong. But, I did already write in the description of, like, doing it. And I want to keep playing melee Gaige anyway, so... I mean, this build that we're doing now still has a long way to go before optimization, so... We are close to our first big power spike, though. Wonder if I'll be able to kill this. Whose health is going down faster? Mine? Yeah, mine. I'm not getting up. Oh! Why didn't I do that in the first place? I should have. Don't know why I didn't. Oh man, that was so bad. I don't know why I Forgive my impudence.
Hyperion recommends channeling your post-death frustration into
This game can be kind of hard, and if you're goofing off and thinking about like commentary and shit and just meleeing enemies brainlessly, you'll die.
Hit him!
Well, I say that. I'm not bad. Like, Borderlands 2 can be hard. Not the whole series, right? Like, so long as you're not like 5 levels under leveled, and even then sometimes, Borderlands 3 is not hard on normal mode at all. Honestly, the pre-sequel is not even that hard on normal mode, because all of the Vault Hunters are super broken. Okay, I just have to wait. Crap, actually, sniper. I can make this work. Come on. Where's my accuracy? Get him in the arm. That's a good spot.
Oh!
So loaders are a fun enemy to fight. It's a shame they aren't in most of Borderlands 3. Also, I don't know why I talk about Borderlands 3 every episode. At this point, like, I feel like an old married couple. Tina's as well, though. Tina's super however, it does have that, thing where it added Chaos 100 to the game. And that sucks. Chaos 100 so lame. Literally, grinding to Chaos 10 isn't fun in my opinion. Like, getting any higher than that is just, ugh. Like, I hate the, like, ascended gear system. Oh, it's so bad. Well, in my opinion. Maybe some people like it. But for me, I'm like, if I get a legendary drop, you know, I mean, sure, worrying about parts is fine or whatever if I really, really want to min-max. But I don't want to farm the same legendary, but like, now it's legendary 2. Like, I don't want to do that. That's lame. Like, there's a reason I didn't ever do endgame in Diablo. I just beat the story and quit. Like, this shit is boring as hell. I am not about that life. Honestly, I like a good video game grind. I just hate a bad video game grind, you know? Like, you can tell when your time's being wasted sometimes. Like, World of Warcraft, right? I'll use this as an example. I used to really like WoW. I played a lot in Mists of Pandaria. And like grinding for gear and stuff was annoying sometimes, but I enjoyed it. I don't know. It was alright. And then WoD came, and you know, I liked WoD well enough. I don't know. I kind of just grinded for transmog shit in WoD. Did the story and then unsubbed, you know? I'm not really someone who's like, oh man, you need to always be playing the game. And for what was in WoD, don't at me, it was a good expansion. The problem with WoD was not WoD, but the players. But Legion was awesome, and there was a lot of things they did right, but I didn't even get to finish Legion because I had to grind for AP, and I didn't want to. Because I'm like a huge alt person, right? I got all of my alts up to like level 100 to do Legion content. Because at the time it was like level cap 110, right? Pretty sure. And so I went to do Legion content. And I couldn't do anything. I was just like, oh, what am I doing wrong? And she's like, oh, your gear's ass. You need to grind for better gear. I'm just like, oh, okay, I'll go grind for better gear. It's just like, oh, but you gotta get, like, the right rolls on the gear. It's just like, oh, okay. It's just like, oh, and you gotta get the freaking legendaries. And she's like, what? It's just like, what's up with Legion legendaries? And that's, like, a whole bag. It's just like, oh, no. And then I had to grind AP. And it didn't take me, like, immensely... Well, okay, it did. It took me a very long time to max out my warrior. Just my Colossus, I say Colossus Smash because I'm thinking of HOTS. My arms warrior took me a long time. And I was just like, oh, you know what? Maybe I'll do, Prot. Maybe I'll do Prot. And just halfway through, I was just like, okay, well, this is taking me a long time. Maybe I'll just only play arms. Then I'm just like, oh, but I really want to play my Shaman, right? Because Shaman's like my favorite class. But I decided to level arms first because my warrior at the time was a higher level, so I was just like, oh, you know, I'll run him through. It was a freaking awful move on my part because I pretty much got to Legion on my Shaman, got my artifact weapon, and then unsubbed, and I was like, I don't want to do this. Like, that shit was boring. Like, that's... for me, the definition of a bad grind. I think AP is one of the worst systems in gaming. You know, with the obvious exception of, like, I don't know, energy systems in mobile games. I mean, those are pretty bad. But, you know, one of those things where it's like, I don't think anyone's arguing whether or not those are bad, so... I guess to WoW's credit, it's only the worst, like, reasonable system ever created. That is not a compliment, by the way. If anyone's like, oh, see, did you hear that? He said it's reasonable. So on. And after I heard that, after grinding basically, like, hours and hours and hours maxing out my arms warrior's weapon in Legion. Well, I mean, to be fair, I already quit. But after I heard that we're literally taking the weapons that we grinded, some people, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours into, especially if you're doing alts, just throwing them in the garbage can. They weren't even in the next expansion. It wasn't even like a thing to where it's like, oh, well, you know, they'll still be strong and you can still grind them out, but, you know, the new legendaries will probably be more optimal. It wasn't like that at all. They literally went, okay, there's a giant sword. The sword is actually just an allegory for a trash can. Throw all your weapons into the trash can. We're doing the next thing. The next thing was a necklace that was the same thing as the freaking weapons. So they just had me grind the same shit again. I mean, I didn't buy BFA. I'm not gonna lie to you. I did not buy BFA at all. I still played WoW during that time though. Like, I played Classic, which was fun. I must have streamed it. I think. I might have a Classic stream somewhere on this channel. If you can find it, let me know. I've been doing this for a long time. You probably wouldn't guess that by my current content and cadence and viewership. Maybe you would, I don't know. I guess don't. I already have this. Okay, fair enough. Then I'll sell it. What the hell am I saying right now? Oh yeah. Don't go into YouTube thinking you're going to, like, make it necessarily, right? It can take you a long time, a lot of effort. So, if you aren't totally sure about the commitment and time and stuff, then, just don't do it. It's a waste of your time.
Once Lilith here charges the key, I'll control
but anyway, that's not the point that I'm trying to make.
When you get to hell, tell your Vault Hunter friends I said hey.
Alright, I'll say hey to him. I was saying, wow, right. I might have a classic stream. Yeah, okay. I think that was the end of that. But yeah, I didn't want to play BFA because there was AP, and then in Shadowlands there was AP again. I mean, it was different, and from what I've heard, it wasn't as bad. But also the Shadowlands like zones and story and shit, I just thought was lame. I thought it looked lame and boring. It just wasn't for me. I don't know.
Hey,
Nothing about Shadowlands was like, oh, I must do that.
you're ready. But before I cleanse this planet for good, I'm gonna avenge my daughter.
But on the other hand, frickin'
Blood and mess. My favorite thing.
Dragonflight? That shit bomb. And I know people are gonna hear that and be like, no, you're doing exactly what Blizzard wants you to do. You're falling for their trap. Like, the game's been bad and it's gonna still be bad, and if you play the game, you're just buying into the hype, and oh, I can't hit him. But yeah, it's like,
Take this. That it? Huh?
do I think Blizzard will let me down? Yes.
No!
Do I want to play WoW anyway? Because I just... It's the only, like,
You're too late, bandit.
MMO sort of game with that aesthetic and sort of fantasy that I'm looking for. Yeah, I want to play it anyway.
And it's mine.
Like... And if I can just F around and do quests and not have to worry about some dumbass late game grind, I'll play it. It's that simple. Even if it's bad. Anyway, this is the warrior. You probably knew it was coming. He's awake now. Anyway. Lava's rising! Get the- oh, fuck me. What even launched me? Anyways, yes, I know there's an achievement for, fighting the warrior without breaking his chest. I was probably still.
Take your chest, warrior. Come on. Get back into the lava.
I didn't even know Jack said that. Protect your chest, warrior. Come on. That's right. You're wasting both of our time. Oh, right. You have to break another leg. That's right. Please stop hitting the chrysalists. You know what? Never. I'm not gonna stop because I know that it's a waste of time. Watch it, the lava's coming up. Anyway, when I did this, the first few times, I guess. Well, maybe not the first few times. I think the second time I killed Jack myself. Actually, no, the first time I killed Jack myself, because I didn't know. Wow, he's killed a lot of Rex. He is mega stacked. Holy shit. Anyway, point is, I like to let Lilith kill the warrior, usually, but when I did like to do that anyway, but now, that me and all my homies don't like Lilith, I'm doing it. bitch. Anyway, this thing does pretty good damage.
Lava's rising! Get to high ground!
Unfortunately, we were never gonna be able to melee this boss to death. Now, if I was playing Zero, I would try. I don't think I would be able to do it, but I would try. Just because,
Lava's rising!
he has a long-range dash, so I could dash into his chest and hit him, which I've done before. You can, like, spam dash into this boss.
How the hell did you do that?
Lava's rising!
I don't know, how do you guys feel about the warrior? I think it's a disappointing final boss. Or did the first time you get here, like, you thought it was sick as heck? Because I know for me, when I knew a lot less about this game, and I was just like, ass. And yes, okay, admittedly, you could probably watch my gameplay now and be like, oh, you are ass, so you don't even have to worry about it. It's like, alright, thanks. But, yeah, I don't know. This fight took me a lot longer and was a lot harder, and I thought was a lot. You know.
I think you killed it.
One thing that I don't really like about Borderlands is the way that they handle True Volt Hunter mode and Ultimate Volt Hunter mode. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm glad they're in the game. And I like True Volt Hunter mode and sometimes UVHM as well, but
Good one, babe!
I will say having to do an entire playthrough over again.
Respect the robot!
Sure, this sounds.
No, I can't. I like this.
Finally over.
Well, Death Trap took care of that.
Going, Vault Hunter. You are a badass. Now, get rid of that key.
Anyway, I'm not gonna stick around looting for too long because I don't want to waste my time with bad weapons, but I do at least want to pick up all the iridium if I can. Don't need his mask, I already have it.
Engineer alive!
Oh, this thing. I am the greatest engineer alive. Yeah, you don't even have to do anything. Deathtrap's just infinitely killing mobs. Which you would maybe think, oh, this would be a good place to get some experience. And I would slap you and say that you're wrong. That's okay. Some people are wrong sometimes. And that doesn't make you a bad person. Being wrong. Unless you yell at someone else and say that they're wrong. Even though you're wrong. Then you are a bad person. You son of a bitch. And I'm just taking a peek.
Respect the robot!
See if maybe there's a conference call somewhere. Because this boss likes to drop conference calls, and the gun is not half as good as it used to be. I say it used to be, but it was really only like a couple months of Borderlands 2's lifespan, but still. It is good. Still. And I like it, and it's fun, so. What is this? You unlock TVHM.
Wait a sec. Let me. You don't want to touch this thing right now, trust me.
Like, I think maybe for your first playthrough, being able to pick all three at once is fine.
Hey,
But
Lilith!
Where the hell were you guys 5 minutes ago? If it weren't for the Vault Hunter, we'd all be dead.
I feel like at least
That's her way of saying we won.
you should be able to pick
Figured that.
True Vault Hunter mode
I never
from the
see this
start,
key
like
again.
in Borderlands 3. Wow.
Too soon. It's been
Although in Borderlands
fun.
3, it doesn't matter. I'm pretty sure True Vault Hunter mode does nothing in that game. Because with Mayhem scaling, it makes the whole thing pointless. So there's no reason not to just play on normal.
What the? Are those vaults?
You know what that means.
Also, I don't know why, but every time I get this cutscene, the res is really weird. Actually, you know what? Yeah, I'll cut it.
Right in the wing nut.
Oh, we leveled up again, actually. We leveled up twice from doing jack shit.
Your arm just for high fives.
Alright, well, now Deathtrap has an order of his own.
That's right. Fear the cute little girl.
You're the cute little girl. I wouldn't really say you're a cute little girl, but
Don't screw with a girl and her robot. Terminated.
Gaige is going.
Attaboy. Right in the wing.
Well, anyways, Deathtrap's just gonna kill guys till he gets to 999 if I stay here. There's no reason for me to stay here. So I am just going to start the next playthrough in the next episode. See you then. Peace.